This guy is no joke. You ready?
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Bozak, good to see you.
Came on time.
Roll call, please.
Michelle Harris.
Yes.
Andy Bozak.
Present.
Jeremy Rivas.
Here.
Greg Sims.
Present.
Mike Brickner.
Here.
Andy Vasquez. Red Stone.
Here. Did I say here? Here.
No.
Here. There you go, Michelle. Okay. We have a special presentation, I believe, by the Porter County Parks Department. Would you please step forward? I believe you brought popcorn and candy for this one.
I will next.
Okay, well, I've got the candy.
Thank
Popcorn.
you. Thank you. I'm being patient. Good to see you.
Thank you, Bob.
Jay.
You buddy.
Hey.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anytime you're ready, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to come up here and present kind of something we're hoping to start working on here very soon. Over the past about year or so, the Parks Department and the Porter County Park Board have gotten together to identify a couple of our big key projects that we're looking to work on over the next, couple years here, the immediate future. And through that, created a capital campaign committee and identified the two major projects. As noted in the handout that Bob just passed around. The first one being a nature and event center at Sunset Hill Farm County Park, and then the other one being the South County Park just north of Cal. So over the last couple of years, we have been doing a lot of research into what the next kind of growth for Porter County Parks is going to look like, the next big steps in achieving that, and the trends that we've looked at. In the increase in visitation and programming demand and need for outdoor recreation and tourism. The first of the major projects is the Nature Event Center at Sunset Hill Farm County Park. And in the outline, we kind of identify some of the key features of it and goals of it. Through this Nature and Event Center, the goal of it is to expand our programming offerings as well as create a big event space out at Sunset Hill Farm, one that is currently lacking here in Porter County. And then part of that is to also create a permanently open, 7 days nature center for the public to go and access and visit and learn about Porter County Parks, the history, and interact with it as well. So that's one of the key projects we're looking at. And then the second one that we're looking at on the flip side of that page is the South County Park, which has been on the goal list for quite some time, but we've decided to make it a top tier priority for us as a department going forward. So to get that park in South County.
Yeah, before we dive into the South County Park, a couple of things about the Nature and Event Center at Sunset. Where we aim to build that Nature and Event Center, when you pull into Sunset Hill, there's a little brown gazebo on the hill just to the top left. That's right there up in front center of Sunset Hill is where we aim to build the Nature and Event Center. And just in case you don't know, some of our programming is completely booked. Mm-hmm. We have waiting list like Camp Funset. Last year we didn't just have an overall record-breaking season in terms of overall visitors, but Camp Funset year in and year out is not just usually booked within hours, not even days. It's booked solid. But we have hundreds of families that we got to turn away. And as a county park system here to serve our community, it always stinks to have to turn away people to such an incredible program. So this nature and event center would serve multiple purposes. One, it would allow us to grow some of our programming, like the Camp Fun Set, to be able to serve everybody who's interested. But it would also give us the ability to generate revenue. And as a park system, that revenue would allow us to, sustain the programming that we aim to build and grow our parks. And it really hits that area within the whole county where we have a need. You guys have all run for office. You know that when you're looking for event spaces, there's not a whole lot of places in Valparaiso to have an event, right? Well, Porter County, not just Valpo, but Porter County.
Yeah.
The event space is fairly limited, let alone one where you can hold a considerable crowd. So this, when you look at the artistic rendering here on the front of that very first page, it would fit the setting of Sunset Hill perfectly. A beautiful barn rendering. You're looking at it. Put it up there, so everybody can see. It'd be absolutely beautiful, and we would build it to hold 300 to 400 people. So you could rent that out for private events, weddings, conferences. We could obviously expand our programming within that. So, as a large upscale event center, I don't think we would have any problem consistently renting this out to be a great revenue generator for our parks, to sustain our parks and our programming. It'd be beautiful.
And to kind of add to the programming capacities, it is a situation we're currently running into right now. Camp is completely maxed out year in, year out. And we have 856 kids currently enrolled in camp, about 115 a week. And we still got a wait list of about 200 kids. So we've got a lot of kids on our wait list still.
It would also allow us to expand our opportunities with our schools. We have parks to schools programs, but we also bring schools to the parks. But we're really limited in what we can offer and what we can do in space. This would really, really enhance our ability to serve our schools in the entire county as well.
Good work. Yeah, it looks cool. Any questions or anything on the Nature and Event Center?
How do you plan to get there?
To build it?
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now as part of the capital campaign is we have just kicked off our fundraising effort. So we're currently looking for private donors, grants, sponsorships, naming rights. And we've started a lot of those conversations now. We're in the very early stages of it, but we have managed to gain a lot of interest with a lot of parties on raising those funds.
Last August, we put together a capital campaign committee in collaboration between our Parks Foundation and our Porter County Park Board. So it's Jake, myself, our Park Board President, Brian Wiseman. I don't know if you know Michael Sawyer, an attorney in Chesterton, who's been a huge supporter of the Parks Foundation here in the county. Nate Aldrich, you may know Nate Aldrich. We've been working since last August as a capital campaign committee to put together a plan to do just that, Andy. How do we get there? First of all, we have to put together what it is that we feel that we need, and then put together the why to be able to explain to the community the vision for getting there and why, if we're going to earn their support. And then we put together a plan for who do we want to approach to help raise the dollars. And we've started that work from individuals and business owners and big corporations. We've really just gotten started here in April and May, and we've had some really, really great conversations. We have some interest in not only naming rights, but sponsorships within the parks as well for different facilities, especially South County Park, a lot of the different athletic facilities. So we have an entire business plan for how to get there to be able to get these off the ground and built sooner than later for our community.
Well, and I believe that last year, I think maybe last minute or something, not everybody. We're talking about the potential of having a sponsor for the South County, or maybe trying to find like a specific, not necessarily a specific sponsor for each, but if someone wanted to just sponsor, you kind of utilize funds across.
Yep.
Obviously, naming rights would be specific.
Yeah.
But if a local business or industry wanted to donate to kind of cover some of these things at both places,
Exactly.
also going to be available.
All those things, right? From naming rights to the parks themselves. When it comes to the Nature and Event Center, you'll see there, it is the second page. You see that on the very top of it, we have naming rights that are available for the Nature and Event Center and for the South County Park.
And what happened to Akakiki Park?
Well, so for a long time we were referring to this as Aukiki Park, right? Aukiki was the local indigenous name for the Kankakee River, right? Became over time Kankakee River, but trying to tie in that indigenous local history to that park was our idea for a very long time. It's nothing. Nothing is done. Nothing is done yet, but we have an opportunity for our parks for Aukiki to be more appropriately placed in another opportunity that we have. And I just don't want to go into details because that's not done just yet. But we're really excited about another potential that we really look forward to coming before you again sometime soon.
Well, I won't ruin that. Is this South County Park on 41? Or
Yeah.
it's the same location?
Yeah, so we're taking Aukiki, I mean, and we're gonna apply it to something else. And this is currently called South County Park, but it can be South County. Whoever buys the naming rights, we can work whatever naming rights that they want. That's a conversation we can have with.
Metropolitan Steel Park. I like it.
Exactly. We have a whole naming rights, procedure. However, we are offering naming rights for a reason because we need the dollars and dollars talk, and we can all work together on an appropriate name for that relative to their investment in our parks and in our community as a whole.
So with these new in the past, they had talked about soccer and softball, baseball, bringing travel teams, some kind of more sports oriented at that park. Is that still the same plan?
Yeah.
Yes, that is still the same plan. We've met with the community down there. We've had some meetings with local leaders and school officials and people in that community, and that is still very much what they told us they wanted. So that is still the same goal, the same original vision that was down there is still the same.
That's good for the whole county. The county.
It is. And we met with the commissioners last week, and one of the things that we emphasized is the fact that, with kids who are in travel ball, my daughter was in travel soccer, many families in Porter County take their kids and their dollars outside of Porter County, Lake County, etc., to be able to take part in those types of activities. Building this park and getting it on the ground would keep Porter County families here. It'd keep their dollars here, but it would attract out of county dollars for investment, especially in the South County communities, all those businesses there. It would be a revenue generator for our parks, but it would also be a revenue generator for the county as a whole for that very reason.
It would also beg for us to think about pitching the idea of, were these people going to stay in South County?
Yeah, absolutely.
It creates the potential for build-outs, hotels, restaurants, and things like that as well.
Which would put something on the tax rolls, which is always nice.
Yeah, I just want to say, as far as the event space, like I can't jump up and down high enough for this because, number one, as a teacher, like we chronically are looking for things for our high schoolers to do, middle school to do. But also I know I teach education professions and all of my student teachers were out at Sunset Hill this year for field trips. I think it's the third grade. Everybody in third grades go.
Yeah, we do from kindergarten through third.
Yes.
With some fourth graders.
Yeah. So, I know that even my high schoolers will that experience. So I'm sure that with expanded opportunities, all of the grades could utilize it, including the high schools.
Yep.
But not only that, this could host proms, it can host dances, it can host awards banquets. It's just endless. I can't imagine that this wouldn't be booked 100%. And there's such a need for it in our community, event space in general, but then also event space that has good parking and
it's beautiful in a beautiful setting. It would be unique and
agreed, 100%.
Except your $1 million.
If I had it, you'd have it.
Back to South County. We don't have anything in South County. We've got Dunn's Bridge, right? The bridge over the Kankakee, where some people will put into the Kankakee. But we virtually, it's not underserved. It's not served when it comes to our Porter County parks. We have that land, 60-ish acres just north of Couts. And it wouldn't just be softball and baseball and soccer fields. It would be those things. And that's what the South County residents really said that they wanted and needed. And also in collaboration with the schools down there. Budgets are tight for every school, and they only have so much capacity to grow. So that would help in all aspects. But there's much more than that. The walking trail would be over a mile long, just people to take their dog or to take their baby stroller, a place to safely walk. I live on Sager Road. It is, you're taking your life in your own. When you go out on a county road, it's dangerous, right? unless you get off in a little quiet side one. So giving people a place to go to exercise is just the health and well-being of a community. Pickleball, dog parks, playgrounds, pavilions that once again we could rent out for birthday parties, graduations, in addition to all of the athletic fields as well. It's going to be an incredible investment in the community to get this built.
Would probably draw from around South County, right, and the other counties.
It's
Border.
Yeah.
If they're good facilities, it'll draw from all over the country.
It's yeah.
They travel.
Because they probably lacking in facilities as well. You would have immediate
Proximity
for surrounding areas.
for the whole county. The whole county will benefit from it. But South County, in terms of proximity, and just it's a park desert, and it won't be anymore.
Well, thank you for the presentation. Any questions?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to commend the board and you, Jake. I mean, this is for taking this initiative. I mean, I think that we can all agree up here. I mean, our park system. I mean, that's just one of the primary pillars, quality of life pillars in our county are our parks. I mean, right there with public safety, roads. When you look at the pillars of quality of life, and I think something like this, when it comes to fruition, it's just going to improve that for our residents. So I appreciate the initiative on this. I mean, support it 100%.
Well, thank you for that, and we're going to work really, really hard to raise money, and then we'll come back to you for dollars. Well, and we'll work together. We'll work together as a Porter County government and community, and we'll all do it together.
Excited. Well, thank you, and well said, Mike. Well said.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys.
Have a good night, guys.
Porter County Comp Time Report. We all had a chance to look at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the one that stood out to me is county planning and stormwater. It went up 17.75, and that's pretty high. It's 136.5 hours. Does anyone know if they have a plan to attack that? Or are they working on it? Is it just... He's not here to ask? Jabo? Wouldn't be Jabo, right?
Yeah, that would be Jay. No.
Do you know?
Can you address that? Would you come up, please?
I assume you don't know. Okay. Would you let him know that was one of my questions, and just to let us know? We're just monitoring it. We're not saying it's high. I mean, it's high. Maybe he's got a plan to get it down, or maybe he needs more help. Let us know.
I'm guessing elections were because of the most recent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going. But I'll throw
Thank you.
this for public comment.
Yeah, because I see the other one's ours, but it's going down.
Well,
It's going down this time.
yes. Now, the other thing that if we take a look, it's
Not my.
voters registration, but I believe that's because of the election.
Yes. The County Board of Elections.
Yeah.
The clerk's office maybe as well.
And the sheriff's went up quite a bit last month, so just something to be aware of. There's a lot of red there, which means increases. Not saying it's a bad thing.
Either that or you're extra busy. We'll talk about that when you get up here. That.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Anyone else on the comp report? Okay, let's move along. First reading, sir.
Hereby notice is given to the taxpayers of Porter County. Budget adjustments are in before you tonight for your information. The general fund motor vehicles $4,500, lit veterans burial $35,000, CC vehicles $27,400, MVH restricted workers comp $2,075, stormwater fund travel $3,000, contractual attorney $600, cross law fund motor vehicles $7,000, highway interdiction fund motor vehicles $600, mental health block grant uniforms clothing $1,500, postage $1,000, supplies $5,000. Training and education 25 Westchester Library Improvement Fund 5.5 million, rainy day fund 1 million. First.
Thank you. First up, commissioners. Anyone from the commissioners here? Okay.
Make a motion to approve the additional money for the veteran family. It's something we had already raised.
Right. It's more or less housekeeping than anything else.
Yeah, from 100.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Brickner,
Yes.
Sims, Yes. Rivas.
Yeah.
Bozak.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
7-0.
Opioid unrestricted fund, transfer 3,232 from 39,500 contractual services to 11,200 hourly.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign, please. Hearing none, motion carries. EMA, Mr. Bella.
Lance was unable to make it, but if you'll recall, at the last meeting,
Right, he find
the one caveat to that was normally we were going to create a non-reverting fund as he requested. The commissioners had to delay their meeting, so for right now, just everything away. This is the Form 144 that reflects what you voted on.
last month, right.
Correct.
In that last meeting, did we discuss the 30/60? Did we discuss it?
That was in your packet as part of the job description.
Remember when he gave?
I remember. I just don't remember that amount. That's what I was asking.
Oh, okay.
I remember doing it. I just didn't remember that.
Yeah, the hourly.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that was. Did we look to see if that's out of whack? Is that in line? Did we talk about it? I don't remember.
We did talk about it. At that time, we felt it was in line.
So we need a motion
Can I get a motion for the?
and approve.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
7-0.
Highway Department.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2705 for increase in workers' compensation and so.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Made it easy for you.
Thank you.
Mr. Polaric, you look a lot different since I last saw you.
It is.
Better, I might add.
Thank you.
Okay. So, any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Rivas.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yep.
7-0.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
The
great-
Development and Stormwater Management.
Go with all these data.
Speaking for Mike Jabo. Additional 3,000 to 32,100 travel appropriation needed to cover travel and hotel expense for MS4 conference, NPDES training for new employee and Center for Watershed Protection.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Bozak.
Yep.
Harris.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Rivas. 7-0.
An additional 600 to 39,510 contractual attorney appropriation needed to cover $50 increase of the monthly retainer for Stormwater Advisory
Approve.
Board.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? I have one. Nobody does. So
Would never.
when's the last time you had an increase on this? Do you know?
It's been several years, not since I've been involved.
Okay.
It was $1,000 a month, and now it's $10.50 a month.
It's not a bad bargain. That's the only question I had. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Rivas.
No,
Sims.
Yes.
it's attorneys. It's an attorney thing.
Oh.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
This got fixed.
Yes.
Stone.
Yep.
Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
6-1.
Motion approved.
The one.
Now the gang from the thank you. The gang from Westchester. You got a whole group here. Only two? I thought maybe you guys would come up in fours.
Doesn't pass, and they'll all be.
Yes, they'll all be up there.
Our board of trustees,
Thank you guys for all your work.
yeah, museum staff as well.
Okay, the library improvement reserve, additional $5,500,000 to 3.14 of their professional services. This is coming out of their reserve fund.
So it's all of your money.
Yes.
Do we? And I would make that motion to approve that. But do we want to see their presentation because it's in front of us?
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
I'm Heather Chaddock. I'm the director of Westchester Public Library.
I'm Serena Ard. I'm the curator of the Westchester Township History Museum.
And thank you. That's our current museum hosted in the Brown Mansion in Chesterton. Just a very short history of the mansion. It was built in 1885. It includes a wraparound porch, a third floor ballroom, and a barn adjacent to the mansion, which no longer exists, but it did originally. In 1942, it was sold and then turned into a vacation house, an apartment. So you can imagine the interior is pretty chopped up now. In 1963, Westchester Township Schools, later Dunship School Corporation, bought the house and turned it into their admin center. And then in 1983, they ripped out the electrical and plumbing and added an addition for more office space.
83.
And then we've got a little history of the Westchester Township History Museum. It originally opened in the Library Service Center on Calumet in Indiana, now called the Bacher Center. In 2005, it moved into the Brown Mansion, leasing the space from Duneland Schools. In 2014, we renovated the former attached garage to become the current exhibit space in the museum. And then in 2024, we purchased the mansion from the school corporation. So we are now the stewards of this piece of local architectural history. And this is what our archive space is currently. How many filing cabinets do you have?
We have 27 vertical and 2 horizontal.
And these are archives of the Duneland Prairie Club, the Flora Richardson Archives, the Chesterton Tribune, all sorts of local history lives here.
There's a head
What's that?
out there.
That's from hat storage, I guess. For the
It is a hat so yes, it is a hat store.
And then that bottom picture, Serena's office, former bedroom. Thought it was odd.
Okay.
So these are renderings of what we're hoping to build to more safely house all of these important irreplaceable documents. So we're looking to replicate the barn that originally existed on the property. This will create climate-controlled, organized, efficient artifact storage, ADA accessible staff offices and building, a research area for the public to be able to access and do their own research, restoration of the original wraparound porch with an ADA ramp included, and then dedicated exhibit space and a program room for cultural events and hosting field trips from local schools. Apologize for the wall of text here. I promise I won't read it all. This is just a lot of work from a lot of people, so I wanted to represent it here. So the library board has regularly discussed the potential purchase of the Brown Mansion at public meetings over the last 5 years. Following the purchase, we selected Moak Park to serve as architect for the museum renovation. They do have historic restoration expertise, and they are also working with the Duneland YMCA Healthy Living Campus, so we're able to kind of integrate both of those into the one campus area seamlessly. And we've had a museum committee meeting with 4 WPL board members, our director, museum curator, and we selected Berglund Construction to serve as CMC for the project. After a public proposal process, we've been working with them over the past 8 months, doing bi-weekly meetings to figure out how this is all going to work. We originally thought we were going to do an attached museum and then moved on to the barn concept and realized that would work better. And that just allows the mansion to become our largest artifact. The whole thing will be tourable, and we'll have period appropriate furniture and all the, the kitchen and the bedrooms.
And for the first time since 1885 when it was built, it will be handicap accessible on the first floor, which it's never been before.
Mm-hmm. That'll be great for all of our senior visitors. With,
do you guys have to widen doors and stuff like that detailed?
Just the entrance, right?
So technically, all of the doors are actually ADA compliant.
Cool.
Sorry.
Technically, but we can also use the original front door as a double door, and so that would enable any kind of wider wheelchair access.
Mm-hmm. So we've gone through collecting proposals. We've been given a guaranteed maximum price proposal of $6,216,759 for the restoration and construction of the barn. And we're here tonight to request an additional appropriation from our own reserve funds of $6.6 million for this project.
I just have a question. Why is there? Can you go back?
Yeah.
Why does it say plus an additional 6% for unexpected contingencies if you have a guaranteed maximum price?
Well, there are things I believe like number 19 states, 16 and 17 in that proposal, because I read the entire thing. It talks about there's no, it's not included in the price for the removal of lead paint, asbestos, and things of this nature. Is that correct? As well as number 25, the relocation of gas and water mains. So that gives you a little bit of extra money in there to play with it. And
If those things need to.
if they need to change, because this is an older building,
Yes.
and they've tried to modernize it with gas and water, no doubt, and electric.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, then
you have the fun.
like a great descriptive thing to say guaranteed maximum price because it's not guaranteed the maximum price. Plus 6%.
Well, let's defer this to one of our contractors here.
Guaranteed maximum price of bid the drawings. This is going to be the guaranteed actual, but things always come up. You know, if you hit a water, you start digging, and there's water lines, there's fiber optics. It wasn't on the drawing, so that'd be an unexpected cost that nobody would be able to, anticipate. So that's when you.
So it's not a guaranteed maximum price. I don't like that wording.
Yeah.
I'm still voting for it. I just
Sounds,
wanted to understand it.
sounds good when you're in front of clients.
It does. Well, the reason I'm asking is because as a council, we never get a guaranteed maximum price. If that's industry standard, I want to start getting guaranteed maximum prices for it.
Yeah. So, and it also allows them to have to do other things with their budget, things that they didn't see that they wanted.
With the punch list.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's funny when you had all them dates in 2005. I think that's when I started on the Dillon School Board.
Okay.
I remember we leased it to
Yes.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
This you guys sitting up here today, not a 2 or 3 year ordeal.
No.
Literally, probably going back 10 years. I remember, hey, you guys want this? We don't. What can we do with it? And then when the Healthy Living Campus came aboard, and I heard you guys were getting involved in it. This is just the whole block is going to change dramatically. With
awesome.
I think with Healthy Living, with this project, and I commend you guys for getting this done. Cause I know there was a lot of conversations going on with the Brown Mansion. So I appreciate you guys stepping up and doing the project. I think it's
like a win.
Cool.
Thank you. Great.
So can I get a motion to?
I made the motion already.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
7-0.
I'll make a motion for the additional 1.1. He seconded it. I made the motion.
I didn't read it. We have a motion and a second to additional 1.1 million to 3.1 for other professional services. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Sims.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Brick.
Yes.
7-0.
See if I can be.
Okay. Great job with it.
What's your time frame?
Yeah. They're estimating it'll take about a year. So breaking ground this June and finishing next June.
Oh.
There's also a slide. We are changing the name as part of all of this. We're moving to the Dooland History Center to reflect that it's not just a museum. It's where people can actively do their research, come to programs, and hopefully bring in more tourism as well with that name.
That ended up being a great, with the schools leaving and then the Y coming. I mean, it opened up so many. I'm so excited when that whole campus gets
Me too.
built out.
Yes.
There's going to be a big shot in the arm for.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's a walkable.
Oh yeah, it's right.
Mhm.
Everything's walkable. Right? My daughter's
Right.
Splash
in
pad.
Jefferson.
Right. Pickleball.
Baseball field.
And that goes to the importance of. I know a lot of times in government, and rightfully so, we have to be conscious of our tax dollars. But just this week, I took my grandkids down to the splash pad. My daughter's literally Jefferson from there, and there must have been 50 families. I mean, there was 50 families out in the splash pad, the jungle gyms, and all that.
Mhm.
You know, those are the things that if you don't invest in, like what are these families and kids going to do? So thank God someone had the foresight to actually put the splash pad in and the
Mhm.
jungle gyms and kind of revigorate that area. So
Yeah.
like I said, as soon as the healthy living campus comes and your guys' project gets going, it's gonna be really awesome to see for Chesterton. It's needed too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great.
Everybody talks about quality of life, and you define what it is, and you're actually doing something about it. So, like I said, great job, ladies.
Thank you.
Figure, right?
Yeah.
Have flyers for our free summer concert series also.
Nice.
Concerts, you're bringing Led Zeppelin?
Onto the park they want to.
Crosby, okay. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Zeppelin, but different.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we'll Blue Oyster Cult, and we'll call it even.
They're just like, again.
Okay, moving right along. Thank you.
Thanks.
Treasurer,
I know.
Mr. Albron, you'd be so kind, sir. We have an additional 1901 to 39,500 contractual services appropriation needed to increase for the increased cost of bill printing by the Master's Touch and online property software by Loud.
Mr. President, we approve the additional $1,901.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I just, for just additional purposes, I know I asked, you know, where we're at with additionals for the entire year. Maybe something we need to keep track of. You know, I don't,
From a backward point, it's like we're here, now we're down to there.
but stuff like this is that line item zeroed out? Is there no money in there that we can't use that, or are there other funds that we just don't use at the end of the year to transfer? Just doing additionals because it's easy paperwork. No.
We'll have it to you first thing tomorrow. I apologize. We got this on that.
No, it's all right. No, it's all right. I'm just the point about additionals. We got to watch. That's
I tend to agree with you. I was under the assumption people were going to the auditors and making sure that if there's any other funds to pull from, we pull from them first. Because like I said, and it's not. I know you run a tight ship. Jimmy, trust me. If there's anybody that says you need additional, but you know when we budget, we are into June, but still you're only over 6 months in. We should be able to hopefully pull from other funds and not have to come up with $600 or $250. That's I agree.
I will mention that in our department, we have essentially eliminated all the part-time monies that we had and either given it back or moved it to fund other things. And since COVID, we have used no part-time help at all. And at the current rate, how things are looking, we will avoid doing that into the future. So, I mean, we've been economizing all along.
Jimmy, like I said, if there's one person, if there's one person that's up there, it's you. I trust. I promise you. When you say that, you do a phenomenal job of economizing.
I just wanted to bring it up, and you happen to be the one sitting there right now. Just for we should look. Yeah, it's June. I mean, our budget's being. Are we spending all the money in line items right now by June? So,
Any further discussion? We had a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
Rebus.
yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
7-0.
Thank you. Now for the big one. I think this has 9 pages. Sheriff's Department. It just looked that way.
Well,
Speaking of general fund,
seen him forever.
Seen you.
Yeah. He never comes to visit anymore. I told you I would try to.
we have a transfer of 87,930 from 12,200 hourly to overtime 82,56.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Real quick
Yes, sir.
before we get started on this. We had a LaPorte County Sheriff Officer, John Samuelson.
Yes.
He was paralyzed, and that was at the Franciscan Hospital a couple days ago. My niece and my son's girlfriend both worked there at that shift. They locked themselves in a hospital or in a door. Okay, because they're locked down. And then this morning, getting ready to go to work, we have an ISP officer, I believe, was shot in the chest. I don't know his name. I apologize. I don't even know if they gave it yet, but I know he was taken to the University of Chicago. So I know I say this all the time, but if there's anybody in the county that does jobs, this is why I'm so adamant about making sure that we give these guys everything they need to within reason of to do their job, because this is the job where you might not come home,
Right.
you know, or get paralyzed. I mean, I looked at a picture of that young man and I thought to myself, now he's paralyzed for the rest of his life because he was doing a good deed. He was a public servant doing a good deed, getting a guy right to the hospital, and now he's paralyzed. So, you know, for the 70,000, whatever we pay our patrolmen, I mean, that in my opinion, it's peanuts for what you guys do and what you guys put up with. So, with that being said,
Well, you know, that's one of the things that we stress with the take-home vehicles, because this was an off-duty officer heading the train.
Right.
Okay, he wasn't even on duty, and we always stress, with these off-duty vehicles, they are to stop and assist motorists, right? And they're disabled vehicles, whatever. And this was a situation where he was off duty, doing what he was supposed to be doing, and helping, and he winds up in this horrible. So, you know, I commend all of them. So thank you for that.
No, I appreciate what you guys do, and for the money you guys do it for, God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
And speaking of money, once again, we 8793 and 80.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public Safety Data Tech Fund, $9,600 from 44,400. Furniture fixtures over $100 to $39,910. Other services reason transfer needed to cover the cost of new service with tip 411.
Make a motion.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
What's tip 411, or is this a new software? The same.
Yeah. So, it's something it's a tip system that you can communicate back and forth. We've had it for years at Valpo, and we have an opportunity now to also switch what we do and the way that it interacts and communicates, where what we do now is we may get an email tip submission, but you have no way of communicating with that person. This is another way of doing that. Plus, we can also push out notifications to anybody that has it, so we can communicate with our citizens on critical incidents, things we're trying to get out. It's just a whole nother form of communication that's way better than what we use now.
Is this an app, or just like I text 411 and send you a picture of a guy cutting me off and you'll pull him over?
They're it's all connected.
But is that the number? It would just be text 411?
Timmy,
how does it work
on that one?
I think it's going to be on the app system, I believe.
You gotta add
the
app
to make,
and it'll be on our website.
Do you guys think that it's going to get utilized a lot?
Oh.
You have to have an app.
The tip the tip system that we have now. Right now, I checked my email from about 8 o'clock this morning to noon, and there was about 30 tips submitted. Various reasons. I mean, it's completely just, you can go from one end of the spectrum to the other. But our citizens do utilize that, and this is just a better way of doing it.
I've utilized it on the website before, but to put an app on my phone, a lot of people don't do that. So I was asking if you text as well. Like, can you text?
I will have to check in. I will check with that. I think there's an option.
So
right.
It's actually interesting because I downloaded the scanner app. This is a new thing.
The scanner.
I downloaded the scanner app. I was bugging him this week and asking him questions about some of it, but it actually surprised me how many people called in tips about people going 100 miles an hour, vehicles sitting in front of houses. Like it shocked me because I guess I just never think about like that amount, that quantity coming to 911 about things that you see every day or everyone's putting on Facebook or whatever, but those are actually going in. And so it kind of falls in line with, I feel like you see something, say something.
Yeah.
Thanks. Sorry.
What?
They just looked at me. I could off on it, so I was just.
So did we get a motion on this?
Yes, you did.
In a second.
Yes, sir, you did.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mental health block grant. 1,500 to 222 uniform and clothing, 5,000 other supplies, 2,500 for training and education, 1,000 to postage.
Make a motion for all of them.
Second.
Okay. Can we do that all at the same time? Thank you, sir.
Same additionals.
Okay. Any discussion? Hear none. Roll call, please.
Brickner,
Yes.
Sims,
Yes.
Rebus,
Yes.
Bozak,
Yes.
Yes.
Stone,
Yes.
Vasquez,
Yes.
7-0.
General fund, additional 4,500 to motor vehicles appropriation from proceeds from the 2025 auction.
Auction or action?
Auction.
Action. I'm sorry.
Auction.
It's auction.
Auction.
I must.
I couldn't wait to hear about the 2025 action.
I didn't make any sense to me when I said,
Yeah.
why are we going on action? Okay. Pleading old age.
Make a motion. We approve 4,500.
Second.
Motion and a second discussion. Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Bozak,
Yes.
Rebus,
Yes.
Sims,
Yes.
Brickner,
Yes.
Vasquez,
Yes.
Stone,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
7-0.
We have a Form 144, Division Commander changed 2 to 3 positions. First Class Patrolman changed from 29 to 32 positions. Second Class Patrolman changed from 6 to 2 positions. Change due to lateral hiring of officers to fill open positions and restructuring of ranks for an increase of 56,870. No additional needed. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. When you say no additional needed, just out of curiosity, you're asking for, this is going to cost an additional 56,870, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
We have so much unused salary that we don't need
Whoa.
any additional
Yeah.
appropriation.
What else can we?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Put it that way.
I will explain.
Please do.
Absolutely. So a couple things. We got a lot of moving parts on this one. I know how the council feels about mid-year change of one. But one of the things that we've stressed since coming into office is we want to have open conversations with our employees when they're retiring, when they're leaving, what they need, right? And so one of the things, and this is a situation that's working. So we have a patrol, or our drug unit captain is going to be retiring. Now, he can retire anytime between now and probably February. Okay. Depends on when he lands, he can retire and lands a job in another state. All right. So, with that being said, we all have open conversations about where this is going to go. Part of me is sad, but part of me is happy to have this conversation. Chief Deputy Tim Manifeld also has about a 5-year plan. Okay. What he's volunteered to do when this captain leaves is to step away from the chief deputy spot and take over the entire drug unit, because we want to do some different directions with the drug unit. Not that it's not working now, but we have a lot of big plans for it. Tim has done a phenomenal job in the chief deputy spot. However, I think he's going to do a fantastic job recreating the culture in the direction that the Porter County Multi-Enforcement Group does. It's going to shift also not only from narcotics, it's going to go to stolen vehicles, purchasing guns, everything that we're hearing in the news on the east and the west side of us. We want to have a proactive approach inside Porter County. And Tim is the right person for this job, even though I have little goosebumps right now talking about it, because of what a dear valued friend he is and a mentor in helping me transition into the sheriff's position. But Tim also ran the drug unit for many years before he was in that chief spot, and he's got the bridge making ability, and he's got the wherewithal, and he's got the personality that's going to bring even more of these agencies together to make a bigger difference in Porter County. And with this restructuring, I'm also going to make the PC Meg unit a division, because I think it's more than just a unit. It's an actual division that needs to be established that way to make things run more effectively. And so what this would go in this position would now be a division commander spot rather than a captain. Okay. So that's a commitment that I think Tim has deserved. I think he's worked very hard for that reputation, and I think he's it's deserving of it. Now, the thing is since we don't know when this is going to happen, not because of lack of communication, it's going to be when a job comes forward. This could be something that might not even take effect until January 1 of this year. But when it does happen, I want the position and I would like the funding to be in place so that transition is smooth and quick. Because I don't think that if the transition happens, I don't want to wait a month or a month and a half or to come here and then do this. So the funds are available for us. I'm not saying we're going to spend them now, but I think we need to make the position available because I want Tim's help through this upcoming budget session and everything else. So, but if the commander or the captain of the PC Meg leaves before that, then we're going to have to make that transition faster. And then also then when it talks about the lateral hiring, so one thing that we've been able to do, and these last 2 spots that we filled, we've attracted lateral hires. Okay, so which means they're not coming in as probationary officers. They're not coming in as officers that we have to train, put through 15 weeks of the academy, through the FTO program. They come in and they transition very quickly. So we were very fortunate this last hiring to hire 2 lateral hires. And we're in the middle of a little lateral transfer or lateral hire right now, in addition to a regular hire. So these are all kind of to help be more efficient. That's where we're using this money because right now we've got 5 openings. Okay. And we've had people retire. Where the Porter County Sheriff's Office is at that transition. You've got very seasoned officers, and then you have very new officers. And these officers have time on. They have 20 years on. They're still marketable, and they're going to other places. And I don't blame them. They can retire at a pretty young age and then start a whole nother second career somewhere. And I think we have the quality of people at the sheriff's office that they're marketable, and people want to hire the sheriff's deputies, and I'm proud of that. And we don't have a bunch of out the pasture officers that nobody wants. These are good people, educated people, trained people, and it serves as a double-edged sword. But in other words, I feel it's a good thing. So that's kind of where that is in a nutshell. I hope I've explained that well enough.
Yeah. Jeff, you brought up a point though I'd like to talk about, which I think made it really hard for Porter County and your job is the 20 and out. I think what was it, 25, and you dropped it down to 20.
Before I got, but it's 20 and out. So, and they can collect at 20 years on rather than waiting until someone is 52. And it's a great marketing tool, but it's also serves as a double-edged sword.
And if you get it 20 years old,
we get 20 years out of someone, and
going and they can, which is like I said, good for them. But what can we do as a county to keep those people here? Because when they have 20 years and they're kind of in the prime of their career, I think.
They're trained. They're doing
work.
Good. I mean,
so
everything's okay. Everything's tight. I mean, and I get that, but I think we have to start doing something to keep those guys that they want to keep working.
Yeah.
Seems to be a pattern of what they're going to.
There's we've lost a few officers to the railroad, to the railroad police, where they make substantial more money. They have retiree insurance, they have, and that's huge. That's what you hear a lot of the officers when they leave. Why are you leaving? The retiree insurance.
I'm not on Social Security.
What's that?
They won't have to be on Social. They'll have the railroad retirement.
Well, we're on Social Security here, but
no, but I'm saying the railroad retirement is huge.
Yeah, and they got profit sharing. They have, they've got a lot of things that attract them. So that's a great question. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how somebody who is very marketable that can just vest their pension and collect instantly, right? So you got somebody, let's just say, example, we hire someone at 21, 22. They can leave at 41, 42, collect half of their highest 3 years, half of their highest 3 years of salary, and then go to I'll just say the railroad making $100,000 a year on top of the money that they're already making. I mean, look, I wish I had the golden ticket to answer that question as far as what can we do to keep.
I think I know the.
I don't know if I can.
I think I know the reason sitting in your pension means why you guys did that. I understand. Yeah. You're trying to, you're trying to get more money, more value. If you can't get it here, then you're like, okay, well maybe we reduce our pension and we can go find
Right.
something else. So I think maybe that was just a
Yeah.
kind of a lack of funding going from.
Yeah. Well, you're always looking for creative ways, I make it no secret that I kind of, that was a good benefit, for the officers. Now, but we're not just losing the railroad. I mean, we had an officer that retired, and she was able to go to a school as a law enforcement school safety officer, and she'd spent 20 years on the road and was ready was done working shift work and weekends and everything else. So, I'm very proud of the success that these officers are retiring and leaving for. I think that's a great question that we can always look at, but I'm not sure what the answer is, Brett.
Well, I think that obviously one profession that's ever evolving is policing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're very fortunate to have a progressive and proactive sheriff administration, looking with a vision and the challenges. I think that Red, you're bringing up, it's something that I think it's not just us, it's not just you that are challenged with it. But I think it's a nationwide challenge. But
absolutely,
you do a great job.
Thank you.
I think you hit on the head, Sheriff. Though health insurance, it's huge for anybody looking to retire. It's a hurdle for a lot of people.
You're right.
I don't know.
County insurance isn't great.
It's not at all, and
it's pretty.
Yeah, and then when you retire here, we don't. Yeah.
It sucks. County insurance.
Used to be good.
It did.
To be good.
A couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It could be better.
Okay.
Not while I'm drinking.
Did we get a
Make a motion.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion on the 144? Hearing none. Roll call.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone. Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Does that mean I won't see Tim anymore?
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years? Well, I don't have that. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes.
7-0.
Don't you, Troy?
We go on the road.
There we go.
A dynamic duo.
Yeah.
We have 27,400 to 44,200 motor vehicles appropriation from proceeds from the 2025 action.
Move to approve.
Really?
Second.
This action.
Motion in a second. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Bozak.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
7-0.
Frost Law Fund.
Motion to approve.
Second.
7,000 to 44,200 motor vehicles appropriated for proceeds for 2025 action. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Rivas.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
7-0.
Porter County Highway interdiction.
Motion to approve.
6,600 to 44,200 motor vehicles. Another action. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Bozak.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Brickner.
Yes.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
7-0.
Firearms Training Fund. 4,300 from
Motion to approve.
500 equipment to other supplies. Transfer needed to cover both costs of supplies and jail
Aye.
and patrol firearms. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Because there is evidently no discussion. Okay, moving right along. Dress Task Force Fund.
Motion to approve the 3.
Second.
It's $4,800, $8,000, and $8,000.
I just want to make sure that top one for 4,800 is going to per diem. Their services on my paper, it's undercover.
That's what we see on ours.
That's what we see on it.
Should be going into per diem.
And we can do that without advertising.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve
Okay.
that way.
Thank you.
I guess you guys got to change your motion or withdraw. Because you guys already had a
I
motion.
make a motion. They got to rescind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just resend my motion.
Okay, I make a motion to approve it with per diem change on the first line.
Second.
So a motion and a second for DM change in the first line. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Presentation and discussion of the resolution outlining authorized expenditures for the county, for the jail commissary.
Okay, did everybody have a copy of that?
Yep.
Okay, all right. A little background on it. So, as the president of the ISA, the Indiana Sheriff's Association,
What are we looking at? I'm sorry.
It's in
Oh, this.
yeah, the packet.
So, obviously, by being president of the ISA, I'm very active with everything that's going around the state with the sheriff's offices. I think probably most of you have seen over the last couple years, there's been a lot of conversations with sheriffs getting involved with audit issues involving the State Board of Accounts. Okay. One thing that the Indiana Sheriff's Association is doing is taking a proactive approach around the state to have agreements with the council, which is the fiscal body of the counties. And what I can tell you is this, based on what I've seen, this relationship between the sheriff's office and not just me, but the Porter County Sheriff's Office and the Porter County Council and the Porter County Commissioners, it is a dream compared to the nightmares that I've heard and seen around the state at different times. So what I feel, it's very important that we have a clear understanding on where the county money goes, and in particular the commissary funds. Now, I'm governed by state statute on things, how to spend it, where to spend it, what we can do. One thing I can always say that I'm very proud of, and it's not my doing, it's Kathy's doing, on how clear and concise she does with her bookkeeping, with our State Board of Account audits. We've always passed them. In fact, we have been host sites recently for the State Board of Accounts training. So I have a very good relationship with the State Board of Accounts. I think that's important. This form that I have in front of you is a resolution, and it's nothing new that we're doing. It's what we're doing is on paper, and it's an understanding on where money is spent and things like that in addition. So if you see this stuff, as you go through it, it's very simple. And this is a form that Hendricks County, which is very similar to Porter County, Tippecanoe, Hendricks County, Porter County, they're very similar in population, growth, just everything is very similar. And it's a very simple resolution, but what it says is, besides what's spelled out by statute, these are some expenses that I would like to use for commissary funds. And if you look at number one is expenses associated with employee achievement, appreciation awards, activities, employee sympathy, and remembrance acknowledgments. Okay, so retirement parties. Okay, when somebody has a death in their family, it's for flowers, it's for things like that. We host a ton of training, so we want to be able to buy water, coffee, things like that is associated with this training. And then, so that's number one. Number two would be expenses associated with sheriff's office meetings and or sheriff's office community events to include but not limited to products, food, equipment, and or location rental and event insurance. Okay, so for example, during police week, last year we rented out a venue down in Hebron so we could have a luncheon. Okay, so that's what we would use that money for, things like that. And then number three, expenses related to major crime scene incidences, where employees are required to remain on scene for extended periods of time to include but not limited to food and refreshments for those scenes. So when we had the SWAT call out in Valparaiso at the Social Security Administration, when these officers are out there for hours on end, we're going to buy them some pizza, some water, things like that. So it's self-explanatory, it's simple, and it's not difficult. But I think it's very important, for one, as the president of the ISA, that I also be part of setting that example, what we do across the state. And I'm very proud to be from Porter County, and because there are a lot of times that we're reached out to and said, how's Porter County do it? Whether it's through, and I've said this for years, mental health initiatives, substance dependency, our jail programs, anything like that. Okay, we're an example, and I want to continue Porter County to be that example. And I think this resolution is also clarity. We also present to you guys, we give you our expenditures. So there's nothing secretive here. And there's nothing that I want to be secretive because, number one, I don't want to be in a state board of accounts audit and in trouble. So that just helps with the county.
You don't want to be on the headlines, commissary fund.
Yeah, I don't want to get into other counties. I just know where I don't want to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you bringing this to us. I know throughout the state with these commissary funds, I think it's a testament to not only other sheriffs, whether it be Reynolds, that Porter County hasn't had problems like that.
Right.
And I think it's because of good dialogue, and we're a pretty transparent bunch here.
You know, everyone, there's always somebody, things can be done better. Things, you know, I mean, we're nobody's perfect, but it's about the intent of the actions. And I think this just helps clarifies a lot of things.
Well, I think what helps clarify it too is that in the middle of this, whereas IC 36-8-1021, the last part of the last sentence says that they're mutually agreed upon by the county fiscal body and the county sheriff. So, you know, it's nothing that's not transparent. You're very transparent.
I'll make a motion that we pass the resolution the Porter County Council authorizing just
Second.
the Porter County
Motion is second.
Commissary Fund.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
One question.
Oh.
I was just attorney and this is great. I think it's a proactive step with the commissary. Yeah, we, I'm not going to throw anybody on the bus, but next door and kind of problems there can be. But do you have a policy in place? We know where the money's coming from, but it's like a retirement party. Manifeld's bill, I don't even want to see. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Is there like, okay, we're going to give this much out of commissary, somebody retires, here's how much we're going to spend? Or is it just like,
to be honest, I don't.
Anything like that?
I don't know because I think it's just inflation, right? I mean, with costs. But I think what this does, in my opinion, we have this, and then you have the report that we give you, so you guys can see where we're spending and how much we're spending.
Which was the second part of that sentence that I read, because you're going to let us know prior to that, and we'll go, oh, you want $2,000 for beer.
No,
not prior.
Not prior, but you guys will see it. This is well. First off, we're not buying alcohol for anything, right? Nothing like that. No, this we wouldn't do that prior because sometimes we don't have that affordability. What this shows is transparency and clear. So if all of a sudden I submit the report and you're like, "Whoa, where'd this come from?" You guys now can ask me, right? And that's one of the things that we've had conversations. I've had a lot of conversations with legislators, with senators and state reps from around the state about, well, we need to do something to hold these individuals accountable, right? And my response is they are, right? They're being held accountable by the State Board of Accounts. Not everything is you do this and right away they're that. So it's a process. But this is something that's an even additional step to the State Board of Accounts. So I would say that I don't think I can just flat out say we're going to spend this much but we're also going to start giving you quarterly reports as well, correct? Is that what it was, or what?
No, we do it biannually.
Right, but I think there's some statute where we're going to be doing it more coming down the road. There's some proposal. Yeah, across the state.
You guys get into that account, just curious.
What's that?
About how much you make it every year on that account. I'm not looking for exact, like, is it 100,000?
No.
50?
No. Pretty big. Mary would actually
Million?
be the one who would be able to answer that better.
I would say from the intake commissary check that we get, fully about 25,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's them buying stuff from us and we're upcharging it. That's the commons. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, another topic that's going to be coming up down the pipeline too is the cell phones, or not cell phones, but the phones. I mean, that's being greatly reduced. So those are things we're going to talk about budget time.
Yeah. You brought it up last budget.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory on that.
Where the cost for making phone calls and things like that.
Do it. Be honest with you. That's just me, because I think when you're in jail, you need to sit in jail. Maybe one phone call it.
Oh, give them a tab.
Well,
And
so
they-
I don't see that happening.
our kids class can't have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
prisons.
But those are things that are come up, and that's something that is, it's, yeah. So,
Well, if not, sure.
yeah, yeah.
First place.
Okay, we had a motion, a second.
Nope.
Any further discussion in regards to the resolution?
Great, thank you.
Yep. Roll call, please.
Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Sims.
Yes.
Rickner.
Yes.
Barrett.
Yes.
Bozak.
Aye.
7-0.
Thank you.
Pension retirement plan, presentation, discussion of the retirement and benefit plan, first pension as required by SB 144.
All right. Do you guys
comes with you? Do these?
Oh,
Housekeeping. Or...
we didn't want to make him come. This is required by State Board 144. It's just you guys got a copy of this.
That's
your
Dilt
stuff.
Associates.
So really, no, Diltz handles our pension for us, but this was all built by McCready.
Okay.
Really, we started 2025 with 21.5 million. We ended with 24.3. Employee contributions were 162,000, and the county contributed 1.75 million. So the whole report is there. It's exactly what they upload into Gateway, right, Dave? If you have questions, I am not an actuary. Don't play one on TV. But if you have questions, I can certainly ask them. If you want McCready to come, the actuary to come and present for you, we can do that. It just would have to be arranged. And because this is a new bill that it's required to be presented to you guys, we weren't sure exactly how you would want it done.
Perfect.
How does it happen? Like, why does it go up 16,000 and then 152 in 2020?
Yeah, so it based on salaries, our pension costs go up. That's a big part of it. And then based on how many people retire.
And investment returns.
And investment returns.
Play a huge part in your pension, especially if it's a mature pension fund. With mature.
So there is another report, more detailed. If anyone wants it, I can. But
So when we give raises, do they immediately figure that in so we can do it during budget for the next year, or is this it?
No. So next year, I just got the pension numbers for next year.
And it's 152 short. 152,000.
No. Hang on.
Well, I'm just reading from the county contributions. 2026 are recommended, and then 2027 shows an increase of 152. That's where I was getting that number.
Yes.
So that it, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Are you asking us to give you 16,000 in that now? Is that the
Nope. I don't need anything for it right now. This was just
information?
This is from 2025's records that they uploaded into Gateway. We don't need any money. Well, that'll all go through.
I saw this.
Awesome.
All right.
We're done.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council. Appreciate you.
See you again in 6 months. I'm joking. You guys have a great night.
Second reading, please.
The following adjustments to the 2026 budget are brought forward to you for your consideration from the general fund. Natural service, $1,901. Motor vehicles, 45. Lit veterans burial, 35,000. CC motor vehicles, 27,400. 27,500. Stormwater fund, 3,000. Contractual, 300. Frost law fund, motor vehicles, 7,000. C highway interdiction fund, 6,600. Mental health grant fund, clothes and clothing, 1,500. Postage, 1,000. Supplies, 5,000. Training education, 2,500. Westchester Public Library Improvement Fund, 5.5 million. Rainy Day Fund, 1 million. Second.
Thank you. Attorney's report. Oh, I'm sorry. I need a motion to accept the second reading. Get a motion?
Second.
Second. Roll call, please.
Jeremy Rivas.
Yes.
Greg Sim.
Yes.
Mike Brickner.
Yes.
Andy Vasquez.
Yes.
Stone. Michelle Harris.
Yes.
Andy Vogt.
Yes.
7-0.
Now, attorneys,
Nothing from me unless anyone has a question for me.
I do have a question for you, sir.
Yes, sir.
To look into the matter of how we conduct our public comment section.
Mhm.
It was brought to our attention last meeting that, according to the Attorney General, our putting down of only those items addressed on the council agenda would be discussed now. That opens up something very interesting as to discussing anything.
Yeah, so I'm not familiar with that AG opinion. I don't know if such an AG opinion exists. I haven't seen it. What I can tell you with that rule is that the body's allowed to have rules related to public comment so long as they are applied neutrally to everybody. So you can have the rules. The issue is, kind of like we mentioned last time, it becomes quite gray as to what is relevant and what's not, and who gets to make that decision. So my recommendation typically tends to be allowing that to be a wider leash. I know that's not necessarily what you'd like it to be in terms of black and white. I mean, if your question is, do we need to remove from the agenda that comments must be related to an agenda item, the answer to that would be no, just with the understanding that that would have to be applied neutrally to everybody, whether or not.
I think it should be. Honestly, I mean,
Make a motion.
I make a motion.
Second.
Remove that from our agenda item. I think you should be able to come up here, and if you want 3 minutes, which and I think 3 minutes can also be, if we're into a hot topic and someone's doing really good, the president can extend time, give the courtesy to extend time. But if someone wants to come up here and speak, you should be able to speak whatever you want to speak about. I did that on the Doolan School Board, and I think it worked out well.
Yeah, and
what it is
for this body and the county, that would be the safest approach.
Yep,
I just say I think remove it. It's scary. You saw on Facebook there was a couple people that made comments that scared them away from speaking, and I think we don't want to do that.
You should never be scared.
We don't want to shut people down. We don't want to scare them away. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that it wasn't President Vasquez that came up with this. It's kind of something that we've had for many years. But I think personally, I think it should be.
Now, the only thing I would say is, if they're swearing vulgarities, blah, 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 one thing you can say, look, you got to be.
Well, that's still in here. Discourteous.
Well, it's on there. Discourteous conduct should be regarded.
Part of that, it's free speech, man. That's your God-given right to be able to come up here and speak. I mean, we tax people. We have a lot of authority. They should be able to say whatever they feel. That's just my opinion.
So then, in regards to the 3 minutes, I agree that 3 minutes, we got a big crowd and somebody's doing and basically explaining everything. Let's face it, whoever's president at that time should be able to grant them a little extra time to clarify it, such as we did when the data center last year, where we had people here during the RDC meeting, and then it flowed into our meeting, and we gave them a little extra time, because it was, let's face it, a very heated topic. And so we gave them a little extra time to do that. But I think we should keep the 3 minutes and maybe supplement it by saying at the discretion of the council president.
Then it's not.
I would just leave the 3 minutes.
Okay, leave it 3 minutes.
For that neutrality.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or get rid of it, because, I mean, I think it's...
Well, you can be here all night long.
Yeah, I like...
But the 3 minutes is great when you have an auditorium filled with people that want to speak on masks. You have to, because there's 100 times you don't have enough hours in a day. But generally speaking, if you're the president, you can say, sir, man, you've already talked about that. That's already been covered. Could you please? I mean, you can float. You can get their comments along if you're, I guess correctly, or doing it with some tastefully, I guess. But
so can
I have
we?
No problem with it. It is what it is.
So we can get a motion in regards to our public comment rule of conduct.
Well, Red made the motion. I seconded it to strike the first public comment reserved for any that statement. First line, just strike it.
First line.
President.
Okay.
Yeah, first line.
Second line.
No, I think that's fine.
I think we just got to vote on that real quick.
Okay.
We got a motion and a second.
Motion is second to strike the first line in the public comment rules of conduct. All in favor, signify.
Well, I mean, we can have discussion, right?
I'm sorry, discussion.
I mean, besides you and Red, so it's we're very limited in our scope and our authority here. We're a fiscal body. I mean, given people opportunity to come grandstand or run for political office in this setting, to me, is opening up for a lot. But I mean, really, we're limited. So, and I've seen it. People want to come and they want to run for office, at that microphone and cause, kinds of stuff. And that's just, there's other places to do that, not here. I mean, again, look at our agenda. It's moving money around. We're budgetary process year round. What allowing people to come in here and talk about different social issues in front of us. I mean, I think you guys are opening the door for a lot of chaos. I mean,
agree with that.
But
maybe the commissioners.
if that happened now, there would be nothing we would do. We would just hear that person out now. If they were to come up with a microphone.
Well, not according to that. I mean, it's
But
been a
as soon as
item.
never kicked anybody out.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a cold day in hell. I'm up here talking about something, and then the council's going to stifle my speech. And I would say that at a school board meeting too. I mean, people have a right to speak. End of story. Bottom line.
Yeah, we have never shut anyone down like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's a rule.
Most people are pretty cordial, but it's speaking on what we're talking about. But coming here to grandstand, just
We've seen it
to start.
Yeah, we heard him out.
Yeah.
The guy was very vocal, and then
Nobody's saying
in the right
we're going to stifle people's right to speech. That's the last thing. But coming here is not
But I think
that place.
could get misconstrued the wrong way. I don't think since I've been here we haven't stifled anybody's speech. But with that,
No.
Well, we had an incident where somebody had a former employee brought, if you remember correctly, he brought up some paperwork in regards to his supervisor, highway department, and he was just flat out told this is not the place.
But we heard it out first, and then we told him it wasn't the place because we all heard the story. So I agree with you guys, but I just think it doesn't need to be on there for that reason. Just control the meeting. If someone's talking, that's a president's job.
It's the president's job to control the meeting.
Explain where they go.
Peaceful ways to get people to to move along if they're over their 3 minutes, especially if they're repeating themselves. We don't have to be black and white here when it comes to free speech. I mean, just you move them along. That usually calms people down.
Any further discussion?
I would just throw out, I mean,
Did we lose our auditor?
and then we're gonna, free speech. I mean, yeah, we're all in favor of that. I mean, just a suggestion, instead of having on the council's current agenda people in the seat who come up here and speak, maybe that's too specific. What if it was something like on the council's authority or within the council? I don't know, something a little bit more broad, because I mean, we are the fiscal body, and there have been times where people come up here and just vent on things.
Well, and I think
We have no
need to remind that we also
control.
public comment, not conversation.
Right.
Debate, conversation.
Well, I'm just wondering if there's
grandstanding,
wording,
speeches.
if there's different wording instead of being that specific was on that agenda, maybe something the council that we have.
Adam,
right?
Any suggestions?
I don't know if that's even.
Within the problem is,
because somebody could come today for something that we had on our agenda
or is coming up
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I think we should let them talk, but it wasn't on that night's agenda.
Yeah,
How about within the scope of our authority? Because we deal with fiscal concerns. Okay, somebody wants to complain about a department head. That's an HR thing. That's not our.
Yeah, I think
we pay.
within the council's authority, within the council's purview, you can say all of those things. The question is, the person that comes up to make the comment doesn't necessarily know what the purview is.
Okay.
So, but it would be a thing.
Maybe stated that within the authority of the council, which deals with fiscal concern.
What initiated this? There's an AG's opinions.
There isn't.
Well, what initiated this was last month's discussion that we had at the end of this session, public comment, and because I continued to get emails from the individual who spoke, who wanted me to come out publicly, and I just flat out said no, and so they were unhappy about that. and said that the Attorney General, she called up and got a rendering. And I said, we haven't seen it yet, so I deferred to Adam. We had a discussion right off to the side before she came, and I said, I got to tell you, you can say your piece, but if it becomes unruly, she says, who decides it? I said, I do. I will stop you, and if you don't stop, we'll have you removed. She went, really? And I said, yes, ma'am. Very politely, and she was very polite, and you know, it is what it is, but it's something that needs to be addressed in regards to people just coming up and, as was said, grandstanding for a subject that we have no control over.
Well, we've had people come up here and personally attack
members. Yes.
Council.
It doesn't feel good, man. It happened during COVID to me. And you're right.
You know, but it had nothing. But it didn't have
elected
anything to do
officials,
with. I don't think it had. I think it was personal instead of it was a
broad
council
right.
Yeah.
issue. And I just don't think. I mean, that I don't think that.
I look
we
at
should
it
have
as
some kind of.
if
you know.
If someone's saying something untrue about somebody, they have every right to sue them because it's recorded. So there is a remedy.
Just vote.
You know, so
Let's just vote on it. See what happens.
Well, wait, so are we just voting on this first line?
That was the motion and second. Yeah, just to remove.
Just take it out.
Just to remove.
Hey, that's the motion. Now I'm not saying to vote for it. I'm gonna vote for it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Are we, okay. Adam said that there was, are we switching verbiage, I guess is my question. Or just
Not with the way the motion is. So if the motion doesn't pass, then that could be the next discussion. That'd be a good thing.
I think the next discussion, if that verbiage doesn't pass, you get a lot of emails. I can't come here and speak what I want to speak about.
Right.
To me, that's just not. That's
I have faith that our president will control it.
On the school board, I mean, school boards are actually a time when they won't let you speak, for God's sakes. You know, and then they had to speak. The only thing, the good thing with school boards is you never talked about kids or personnel. That was that was our purview, which was a good purview with kids. I mean, you don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't
gotta be careful.
Public ever, in my opinion. But
was that
school board rules? Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So do you feel like we need something similar?
If
no.
Yeah. So
see what happens.
Right. So the
wait till something happens. Roll the dice.
That's what I put in there. Something happened.
I think we can always make it. If we take it out and things get out of control, I think we can always bring it in.
You can. Again, from my perspective, the liability piece would be if it was too restrictive. So that'd be my.
Which I'm always about being unrestricted. If you went to even no derogatory personnel.
Isn't there something like that in ours?
Yeah, it's on the back of their agenda. Look. So last page.
And again,
I'm reading it.
I've been here.
Oh no, I've
been courteous up here. I mean, I haven't had any problems. You know, you watch some of them things in other parts of the country. Oh man, it's crazy, but
everywhere in the country.
Yeah, everywhere in the country is good.
Yeah.
I just always
City council.
side of the taxpayer, and they get to say their piece, man.
So where's the piece that we were talking about where it said Bulgaria and all of that? I don't see that.
Discourteous conduct.
Well, yeah. Discourteous.
Oh,
That's
the whole line.
Yeah, it covers it.
I mean, if you're being vulgar, that's being discourteous.
Mr. President, can we call the question? Can we get a vote?
Okay. The question is to leave the as it stands. Public comment is reserved for anyone from the public who speaks on what is on the council's current agenda.
To remove it.
To remove it. If you want it removed, vote yes. If you don't want it removed, vote no.
You're gonna have to do a voice call for this, or
okay.
Remove the
yes.
The verb.
Yes to remove.
Could just put either public comment and not have any. Just
That used to be for a long time.
Public comment. That's two words that are very easy.
Well, I definitely think we need the discourteous conduct.
Yeah, that's cool. I think Andy
But again,
call it out, Joey.
But again, the president controls it. He can please. No need for.
All right, Joey's gonna call the vote.
Redstone?
Yes.
Andy Vasquez?
No.
Jeremy Rivas?
Yes.
Greg Sims?
Keep it.
No.
Mike Brickner? Andy Bozak?
Yes.
Michelle Harris?
Yes.
5-2. Motion is to remove it. Motion carries. That will be taken out.
I think Mike brought up a good point about, an agenda item previously on there, removing that portion makes sense. But yeah, the president's just got to control the meeting.
Okay.
Just don't let people come up here and run for office,
No, he's right. We've seen it.
As long as we're all in agreement. Okay. Now, with that being done, we are open for public comment.
Nobody wants to.
Doesn't have to be on the agenda.
Might be the first one to say
Doug?
if you want.
Please state your name, madam.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you guys know I'm Dawn Miller. I just wanted to bring up the point. I've been on both sides of this. There was a Dawn clause because I did address issues that were on the agenda. And, I shut down at that point. And then now we allow somebody else to come up that with something that's not on the agenda. So this does not look good. And from my personal point of view, why are we saying it has to be something affiliated with current agendas? You're teetering on our free speech, freedom of speech. Sorry, I get a little really emotional when it comes to this because again, being on both sides, seeing the effects of people that say, "Oh, if it's on the agenda, go ahead and talk about it," but then you go up and talk about what's on the agenda, and then you're attacked. So I really don't think it's necessary to have this on the agenda. I have not witnessed in the past 5 years somebody coming up here just randomly, just off topic.
Did you hear we removed it?
For an hour. If we sit for 30 minutes, if we sit for 5 hours, 2 minutes, we should be able to come up and voice our concerns.
We just removed.
We just removed it, Dawn.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Comment.
Didn't know
Oh.
you heard. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
Because where I've been, both sides of this. So thank you.
Thank you for your public comment. Anyone else?
My public comment is don't raise taxes on people. Motion to adjourn.
I second that. And the no taxes.
Wait. I got a public comment, third and final time. Hearing none. Motion to adjourn. Motion second. Meeting adjourned.